Since the formation of the No.1 Yangtze flood peak on July 2nd, the Three Gorges Dam has been discharging floodwater in the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River due to continued heavy rainfall. The water level of the river section below the Three Gorges Dam in Dongting Lake in Hunan Province and Poyang Lake in Jiangxi Province all exceeded the water level warning. Many cities in the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River are still suffering from heavy flooding. Wuhan was flooded on July 4th, and at 8 a.m. on July 13th, data show that the water level in Wuhan broke the historic record of 28.33 meters set in 1931. Video taken by netizens near the Hankou in Wuhan shows that the water level in the Yangtze River is significantly higher than the roads immediately next to a dike along the river. The water level is significantly higher than the road, and should the dam burst, the road will be lost. The water level at Dongting Lake, Qinglingji Station, is over 34 meters, which is almost 2 meters above the alert level. Beginning from July 6th, Jiangxi Province has been in a state of emergency. The water level in Poyang Lake has exceeded the alarm level, even surpassing the water levels of the 1998 China flood. Even worse, the water levels are still on the rise. The water level in Poyang County has already exceeded the alarm level by over 3 meters. The Poyang Lake has burst its banks in more than a dozen places, and the area of Poyang Lake has expanded from 3,854 square kilometers on July 2nd to 4,206 square kilometers on July 8th, the largest in the last 10 years. The former director of the Hong Kong Observatory, Dr. Lam Chaoying, said to Apple's Daily that China now has only one move left, and that is to open up the flood reservoir. The so-called flood reservoir areas are mainly levees and dikes built to protect large cities from inundation when floods reach a certain level. After the water rises, these embankments need to be blown up to divide the flood, and the people living in their path need to abandon their homes and properties. On July 12th, Jiujiang City and Jiangxi Province issued an emergency notice asking children and seniors of Jiangzhou Town to evacuate by July 13th. People that are 18 to 65 years old must stay and defend against the flood. At 8 a.m. on July 12th, the water level of Lake Taihu at the lower reaches of the Yangtze River rose to almost 4.5 meters, exceeding the warning level by 0.65 meters. On July 12th, aerial photography of the Nanjing section of the Yangtze River revealed that the water level is continuing to rise. According to information released by the Nanjing Water Bureau, the highest water level at Nanjing Water Level Observatory on the Yangtze River reached just over 10 meters, exceeding the warning level by 1.32 meters, making it the third highest in history. China's official media, Xinhua, reported that 38.73 million people in 27 provinces and regions and cities were affected by the flood, resulting in 141 deaths and missing persons. 29,000 houses collapsed, and the floods damaged over 3.5 million hectares of farmland, an area equivalent to 2 Beijings, and the floods have resulted in direct economic losses of more than 82.2 billion RMB, or 11.74 billion USD. The owner of the 3-story collapsed building shown in our last video talked in an interview about how the government's discharge of the floodwater without warning caused severe financial damages, and he didn't even have time to take out the 50,000 won cash in his house before it plunged into the water. The owner of the Shixian tea enterprise in Anhui province cried bitterly as 3,000 tons of his tea was soaked and resulted in a loss of 12 million USD. A porcelain factory in Jingda town, Jiangxi province, was flooded and suffered heavy losses. According to China's National Meteorological Center, from July 14th to 16th, southwest China, eastern Jianghan, Jianghuai, and other places still have heavy rainfall, which will undoubtedly intensify flooding. On July 13th, China's Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Emergency Management provided 600 million yuan of disaster relief funds to Jiangxi, Anhui, Hubei, Hunan, and Zhangqing provinces. A relief fund document circulating online of Xi County in Anhui Province, which has a permanent population of 419,000, shows that it received a total fund of 1,200,000 yuan, which is only around 2.86 RMB or 40 cents USD per capita. Is it possible to rely on social assistance? Most charities in China are government-led and have lost the trust of many people over the years. For example, in recent years, the Red Cross Society of China, the largest charity in China, has had a series of corruption and incidents such as mismanagement, which greatly tarnished its reputation. After the 2008 Sichuan earthquake that killed nearly 90,000 people, Hong Kong's South China Morning Post revealed that the Red Cross Society of China had admitted to embezzling more than 11 million USD in donations for other projects. In June 2011, Gui Meimei, a Chinese internet celebrity, showed off her Maserati car and luxury bags on Chinese social media Weibo. As she called herself the manager of the Red Cross Society of China, netizens began digging into her background, including the Red Cross Society of China and a number of officials and celebrities. The incident has raised long-standing questions among the Chinese public about government-run public service institutions, including the Red Cross Society of China, and about the corruption of officials. During the coronavirus pandemic, it was revealed that a large amount of personal protective equipment donated by the Chinese community were backlogged at the Red Cross in Hubei province. It was also reported that Red Cross staff made life difficult for those who came to collect supplies. Wuhan Union hospital doctors were supposed to receive the equipment, but the masks were distributed to government officials instead. It was later revealed that the families of the government officials were selling the donated masks at an inflated price. We will continue to report on the flooding in China. To stay up to date on the latest news and other current events, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.